there, and welcome to the Misconception Podcast, where you have three ladies here who are on a mission to bring you concepts and solutions to family community engagement activities that are facing our district today. Let us introduce ourselves.
Hey y'all, I'm Chwanda McLaughlin, Fairview Elementary.
I am Eboni Harrington at the Daytech Center.
Hey, I'm Mary Elizabeth Luoma at Fairview Elementary.
And as excited I am to hear about my co-host and myself, which I know you probably are too, our stakeholders are all-star lineup. Some pretty heavyweights, starting with Jordan Bell, Xavier Tremaine, Douglas Pitzer, Delegate Sam Razul, Sergeant Brandy Lazar, and our very own Corey Alder.
So you guys are so busy all the time, and so thank you for carving out this moment for your schedule for you to be here, okay? Let's just jump right into it, if that's okay. All right, so my first question is for you, Jordan. Educator, historian, community activist, camp director, father. How did you identify the need to become a stakeholder, and what steps did you take to get involved?
The steps I took to get involved was, well, one, I started working with Apple Ridge Farm with the summer camp, and also working with Roanoke City Public Schools. That was the first two steps, being around kids every single day, and then joining my neighborhood organization, getting involved in my neighborhood organization, and listening to my family stories with the history of the Gainesboro community. So that's the steps I took to get involved. And the need I saw to be a stakeholder was somebody mentored me.
Okay.
Somebody looked out for me that was not, my father did an amazing job, but people outside of my family.
Shout out to Mr. Bell.
Absolutely. People outside of my family like Peter Lewis and Richard Chubb really took the time to kind of take me under their wing. So I felt I needed to do the same for people coming up after me and people in my generation as well.
Nice. Thank you for that. I have the best story about your dad and how he helped me get into my position in Roanoke City Public Schools, and I share it every single time I get a chance. So,
absolutely, thank you.
So I really appreciate him and you and your family and all that you guys do for our community.
Absolutely, thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Doug, can I jump?
Let's go.
All right. So, Strokes of Genius, LLC, doctoral candidate.
Correct.
Yes.
Working towards it.
Partnering with schools and like youth programs in the area. How do you use or plan on using AI to engage students and families?
Excellent question. So I currently have a program that I'm piloting called the Immersive Literacy Learners Program. What we're trying to introduce is just the understanding that these new technological tools will never replace purpose. And so what we're trying to provide is just a new direction of, or way of looking at these new AI tools. For example, when we're talking about teaching how to use AI, the goal should be actually teaching people how to take advantage of these new resources we have to create new resources.
Absolutely.
The ideas that we're centering around AI tools right now is creative thinking, and just more so not being limited by your circumstances or just what you have in front of you, because these new tools such as AI are providing new opportunities. So we're trying to just raise awareness for the parents not to be afraid of these new tools, work with your children in using these tools because they follow examples and they look at what's taking place in the household as well. So we're trying to create a new relationship with technology by bridging that relationship of parents and kids through a new means of technology.
I love that. And then with the outcome being literacy.
Correct.
Just
and that's
all
the
around.
goal.
Right. We haven't even scratched the surface of AI and the things that AI is capable of doing. So having our families and our communities on, the ground of that and just growing is big.
Excellent.
So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for introducing that to a lot of people we don't know.
Correct.
Don't know about it. All right. Awesome. Thank you. All right. So social entrepreneur, humble, hustle, pretty humble. Imagine me. We worked together like over the years, and I've put some of the students through your program, and just love to see them grow and what they're doing right now. Can you speak to some of the outcomes that you've noticed as working with our families and our students?
Absolutely. With 3 different programs, the 3 main pillars that we're focusing on is exposure, empowerment, and education. So just making sure that there's alignment with everything that we do. So with Humble Hikes, right, that outdoor recreation program, and making sure that we get underserved, BIPOC youth outdoors, and exposing them, educating them, and empowering them in those spaces that they're not likely to be seen in, automatically kind of like shifts that hope factor, but also like introduces careers, introduces like different mental health components that could be shared in that way as well. With Pretty Humble, with the conference that we do every year, that's college readiness, but we're also introducing that entrepreneurship to them as well. So we've been able to see several students from that conference not only go to Hollins University, where it's hosted, but also just go off to college or be a little bit more streamlined into what career they want to pick up.
Thank you for the opportunities and exposing them, putting them in places. Jarrell Rhodes used to say, exposure is the key to maximizing your potential.
Yes.
And that carries so much with me. Again, though, thank you, gentlemen, for your time. Just, indulging us in this moment. But y'all don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. Up next, Mary Elizabeth Loma is going to interview some more panelists.
Welcome back. Our all-star lineup continues. We have Delegate Sam Razul here, and we have Sergeant Brandy Lazar. Lazar, I'm going to start with you, if you don't mind.
Sure, let's go for it.
So you are in a very unique position. You have been a product of Roanoke City Schools. You came out of our school system. And your current role, you serve as the Community Engagement Sergeant for Roanoke City Sheriff's Office. What are some of the most impactful programs that you are currently a part of, or that you have kind of helped spearhead or implement in the past that have been successful in terms of community involvement?
I love it. So yes, definitely a huge stakeholder because again, I was raised here in Roanoke City, so we did the Breckenridge Middle School. I was at Highland Park, and then graduated from Colonel Lane. Come on, guys, we all know those good colonels. So it's been good to just be able to stay here and be kind of a natural born stakeholder for the city. Absolutely. And just really get into the involvement that we have. So being in my position, I get to go out and mix and mingle with all community members. Doesn't matter how old or how young you are. My specialty is with children. I absolutely love the kids. So just being able to connect with centers such as YHQ and the middle school and high school program that they have out there. The West End Center is absolutely amazing. It's one of our great partnerships that we have with the department. And then also the Boys and Girls Club. We just really kind of get to hone in on connecting with our youth, because we understand that once we connect with the youth, then you're shoo-in to get into the family.
Absolutely.
So just making sure that those relationships are very strong and that our kids understand that law enforcement is here as more than just a protecting agency, but as someone that really wants to get to know you and really wants to invest in how you see your community and what we can do to make it better, and just making sure that that relationship is all tied in a pretty bow. Even though sometimes we have negative interactions where we have to do the law enforcement capacity and it's not always seemed in a positive light because of things that happen in our communities, but just understanding that the most important thing is the relationship building. Absolutely. And I love the fact that I get to do that.
The dynamic is definitely shifting. Yeah, with, seeing you all for all the good that you do.
Absolutely. Our kids get really excited with SROs when they see the car pull up.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. And I got that cute yellow one. That's me. Her name's Sunflower, in case you haven't seen her. She's named. That's my girl.
Matches your glasses.
It does. I had to, coordinate.
That's right.
Love it.
I love it. Sam, you are incredibly involved and present as well. You are really kind of a household name in Roanoke City. You even substitute in our schools. Your mother substitutes at our schools. You are very much, you're a present, involved person and parent. You have a kiddo that's over at PH right now. So you are truly a champion of both our teachers, division leaders, and really our schools in general. And so we appreciate that. What specific initiatives or partnerships are you currently supporting to increase meaningful community and parental involvement in Roanoke City Schools, particularly in our underserved neighborhoods?
Yeah, well, mostly I just do whatever Brandy tells me to do.
That's right, guys.
But look, the trick here to public service is, you've already said it, it's building trust. And sometimes we think it's about all these wonderful ideas that we have on policy, etc. Most people are just trying to make ends meet, trying to make it from day to day, and they need some support. And by giving them some support, by meeting them where they're at, even a little bit, builds a genuine relationship, builds that trust. So, for example, a couple of things that we've pushed forward here in recent years. I have a You Write the Bill program where people can come together and we teach them about the bill writing process, but we actually help them write a piece of legislation. And this year we worked with one of the members of the sheriff's office on a bill, and it passed to help individuals with autism. And so it was a great example of somebody showing up, they had an idea, we put it into legalese, we lobbied it for several months, and got something done very tangible. And we've also realized, if you're trying to put kids on a positive track, that one magic time to do it potentially is in middle school, especially 8th graders. So we funded through the General Assembly a program that's called Community Builders, which invests in a leadership cohort of 8th graders, rising 8th graders in the summer. And they have a whole summer school program, and it follows them throughout the year. And the hope is to find those 8th graders who probably need a little bit of a direction. Mm-hmm. But look, the secret to making that community isn't just one idea. It's literally dozens, if not hundreds, of these ideas that come together. And that's what's been great about working with some of these partners.
Thank you. Yes, absolutely. It's all about relationships, and we see that from the classroom up. So thank you both for being here today. We truly appreciate it. And up next is our Director of Community Engagement, Corey Alder.
As we continue on our quick hits, what better way than to wrap it up with our Director of Community Engagements with Mr. Corey Alder. How are you doing today?
Doing well. Thanks for having me here.
So excited to have you. You're doing great things in the district. We've seen you go from one space to the next and the next, climbing the ladder. So it's really nice to see you.
I know
transition.
you said that it wasn't on your bingo card.
Yeah.
But here we are.
It's been a good ride. Roanoke City Schools is a great place to be.
How will the Community Empowerment Center serve as a space of support for the community and push academic growth and help withstand overall attendance?
Sure. Yeah, thanks, Ebony. So our goal at the Community Empowerment Center is to improve our student outcomes through our support for families with services and programs and resources in partnership with kind of a wide variety of partner agencies and organizations. So you can see we are looking for the academic outcomes related to, grades, graduation rates, absenteeism rate reduction. And we start that with a welcome center. And that starts off by expediting enrollment, reducing barriers that families might experience, because we want their introductory kind of initiation with Roanoke City Public Schools to be positive. So the Welcome Center helps to expedite student enrollment, particularly for families who speak a home language other than English. But we'll support any families who need our help there in the Welcome Center. And beyond that, we have connections with internal departments like our preschool office and adult education. And we'll also offer, in partnership with our community partners, some career readiness services. So you could be a student in RCPS, but you could also be a family member who's looking to expand your career options. We'll also have workshops with our partners related to early literacy, financial literacy, and financial empowerment. And then to kind of top it off, we also have partnerships to support our families with mental health, physical health, and other services that will really kind of use that strengthen the student by strengthening the family approach. And it is our goal, as I said, to start to move the needle in some of the academic outcomes by offering these supports in partnership with folks who are already doing great work in our community.
I think you're doing a great job with the academic piece already, because isn't this Empowerment Center going to be located at the Booker T High School?
Yeah, so it's a journey. It's actually Lucy Addison High School from the 20s, and come by sometime. I'll show you the old photos that I've had gifted to me and kind of bestowed the honor of carrying forward this kind of legacy work, as our superintendent mentions. And so from there, from Lucy Addison High School, then transitioned to Booker T. Washington Junior High School.
Okay.
And then our central administration building, and now our community empowerment center at Booker T. Washington. And if you guys come by, you'll see some of those kind of commemorative projects honoring the legacy and history of the facility. So I really hope you'll come by and check it out.
Well, we really appreciate you. I know I said we had a couple questions, but after you talked about Lucy Addison transitioning into Booker T and knowing that my grandmother was also an alumni, that right there is the tidbit that we needed to hear for stakeholders and community empowerment all together. So we thank you for coming today.
Well, thank you so much.
And we hope to have you again.
All right.
That's a quick hit with Corey Alder. I am so grateful, alongside my co-host, that you guys tune in for Quick Hits today with the ladies of Misconception. And as always, thank you for your support of
Roanoke City Public Schools.
Bye, guys.